Folks, you know us. We've talked many times over the years together. And last time we saw her with me, she was up for an Emmy. And on that show, I said she was going to win. I had no inside information or nothing, but I said she was going to win. And now we're talking to the latest Emmy winner for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series, my homegirl, Michelle Stafford.
Yay, Jay.
Hi, Miss Michelle.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you. Congratulations. We already talked to you before, but just congratulations on camera. Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
What's funny is our girl Heather Tom said to me once when she had won a couple of times, she's like, and you said the same thing on some other show. I've lost more than I've won.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, easy. That's kind of life, isn't it? That's like the recipe of life. We lose more than we win. I don't think anybody can say, "Oh, I've won all the time." And then, you know what? If you show me that person, I would I would say maybe that's someone that I don't want to hang out with because like it just would a winner all the time. You can't win all the time. Life, the world just isn't built like that. So
No.
if you are winning, but you know what I mean, perceived winning. Of course, we're all freaking alive, and that's
Yes.
that's the big win,
Yes, it is.
right?
Yeah, that is. No, it is. No, I get what you're saying. No, there's folks who, well, I mean, in the world, there's no such thing as perfection. There's no such thing as like failure. It's just that things
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's up and sometimes it's down.
Yeah, sometimes it's down for a long time, and you're like, whoa, I need an up soon.
I want to ask you about that because we are talking also about 30 years of Phyllis, the role that you originated. Um, I don't think I've ever asked you this. I've known you almost 10 years now, girlfriend. It's 10 years. It's going by so fast. Um, have you ever had another soap role at all before that? Like a minor or anything? Or no, was this your first?
Before Weinar,
Yeah.
I was on a soap called Tribes, and it was a teenage soap, and it was on Fox, and it was on at 5 in the afternoon. It was sort of created so when the kids come home from school, those little tots would watch their soap opera. That's what it was created for. It was actually the precursor to Beverly Hills 90210. Very true. Then they created 90, and I actually uh was up for a role on that show. And I remember thinking this isn't going to go anywhere. It's so much like our show, and our show tanked. And I didn't even work that hard. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Things would be very, it would like, it's so funny how an audition put your life in a, a trajectory. It just, and it's just like this did, this audition, that one audition that I gave for Bill Bell and Ed Scott. Now, 30 years later, here we are.
Yeah. That sounds so familiar. Oh my God. I have to go back.
Tribes, yeah, on Fox.
Fuck.
You know those diehard Michelle fans, and God bless you for hanging. But they'll have scenes. They'll have full-on pictures and scenes. It's awesome. My hair was all big, and I played a character named Frankie, and
Okay.
Frankie was a cross between Janis Joplin and Audrey Hepburn.
What?
I mean, what is that,
Yeah,
right?
what is that? I have
Yeah,
to go back and find it. I'm like, I don't
right?
know what that
That,
is. I don't even know
that
what that
was
is.
Frankie. She was a rocker from the right side of the tracks, right? And
Okay.
she wanted to denounce her life and her richness and, live on the streets, wear a leather jacket. And she sang. I sang on that show.
You sang on the show?
Sang on the show.
Oh my God. Well,
If anyone has that clip,
yes,
oh,
please. Heck, I
please.
just hope in it. I really want to see that. Well, you and I are Southern California folks, so that's right up our alley, right? To be a singer, a singer on the streets. I love it. I love it. For our time period. I love that.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. Yeah, I never knew that. I learned something new about my girl. I did not know that. That's hilarious. But what that leads into, as you know, this business is very nomadic. It's very gig to gig. That's what we do. That's normally that's kind of how it is. But you have an embarrassment of riches. You actually you've done other stuff too, but this role, this show, has been a part of your life off and on for the last 30 years. Um,
Yeah.
why do you think has contributed to you in this kind of longevity in this field? What are your thoughts on that?
Longevity. Well, I think what contributes to the longevity of this role, you mean, or
Yeah,
me?
and you, like both. Like, well, yeah,
Um,
mostly you. But this is a role that keeps going and going. I mean, it could have ended like 10 minutes ago, like 10 years ago. But
well,
both.
maybe it did end 10
Yeah.
minutes ago.
I know some folks get upset they want to, but no, she's still here. But no, but you
Um,
know what I mean. But like, I kind of, well, mostly kind of you. But because this is, I mean, luckily the soap world affords that's on for a long time. The show is on for a long time. That helps. But why do you think it's true that you are still associated? You're still with it.
um, why am I still with the show? Um, well, I don't have an answer to that. I don't have an answer to that. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I mean, but I do have an answer to why the character
Ooh, okay.
stays
Let's do
on
that.
the
Tell,
show.
please, tell, please.
Yeah, because I think that the character is a very important cog in this wheel. She's sort of like an instigator character. Like she'll push something a certain way. You know, if you're just looking at it from pieces of a puzzle, she'll push a storyline this way or this way or this way. It's a very active, overt character. And so that's an important character to have. I think that Jill is a character like that as
Yes,
well,
yes,
right?
yes.
And
You
so
guys make things happen. You guys make
yeah,
something right.
yeah, we'll make things happen. And also the character, I like to feel like this was my contribution, what I'm about to say, but I also feel like the character is not just one note a villain. And when I first came on, I couldn't have that. I just knew that I just couldn't come in twisting my mustache, that you had to understand why she wanted Danny so bad and why she was trying to manipulate him. And I really did feel, because she was just so broken and had nothing and had issues with her own family, and she was desperately in need of that,
Yeah.
right? And usually you find that with people who are broken, they're trying to fill, um not to be all psychobabbly, but they're trying to fill something,
Yeah.
they're trying to fix something too. They're trying to fix what they didn't have, mainly, right? And so I think that the character became interesting because of that.
Yeah, no, yeah. And the one thing about your character too, I will add is that Phyllis can be funny. She can be
Yeah.
serious. She can be over the top and understated. Yeah, you are one of the few characters it's like you're like an ampersand. It's like we need you. Like there's two parts here, and then you put Phyllis right there, and whatever the two parts are will determine where it goes.
Yeah, hey, that's a good position to be in. And it was never my goal to have this continue. I mean, it wasn't a goal that I'm like, I want to be on the show 30 years. I just it's amazing that it's happened. But it was never a goal. But yes, that's a character that's important. If you can put this character anywhere and it will still work.
Yeah, that's true because you are one of those characters you can almost put anywhere, and then as a different cut, seeing you with Billy, it's very different than when you are with Daniel. It's very different than when you are with Jack. It's very different when you are with Sharon. Like it's a
I like that too.
yeah.
I know.
I love it. It's just so
I
different.
like that too. And I really do like my recent stuff with Billy. He and I have had a lot of fun. We've
You
had a
look
lot
like
of
you're having
fun.
fun. You look like you're
Yeah.
having fun.
Yeah.
Up in there.
Yeah.
You had a scene. Oh my god, I was laughing so hard. You were. They had you enter the way it was shot too. Whoever the director was that day was wonderful too. You were standing at the top of the stairs, kind of the hotel, or whatever. You're standing back there, and you're just watching these two characters in front of you have this kind of communication, and you had these looks on your face. They had you, of course, in a Phyllis dress, And we were just like, oh my God, that's so, like, look at Michelle back there. Before we even entered the scene, it was like a minute of you back there. And then you descended down. It was hilarious. It
Oh
aired recently.
man,
It was like a couple weeks ago. It aired. It was wonderful.
I need to look for it.
Yeah, it was wonderful. It's like just that he had you there first, the revolving doors. You walk in, you're like looking at, you're like making these faces, and then you come down and comment on the scene that just happened, basically, as Phyllis does.
As Phyllis does.
Phyllis does. I love it. I did. And there was also a scene that was very cute recently that aired between you and your on-screen children. I love Allison Lanier. We love Daniel Grosday. He just had a birthday. The three of you guys just kind of joking around. It was like a fun. It was like after all of something these characters have been through and are about to go through. We can't say anything now, but we're about to go through. It was just wonderful to see just you three as actors, as on-screen family, have a fun moment at the restaurant.
Yeah, I know. I liked those too. I like those. Both of them they're both great.
They are.
I mean, come on.
They're wonderful. How was it also, I can't just ask you this last time too, just briefly, how was it able to work with Michael Damian and your girl Laura Lee as Danny, Christine Cricket, and Phyllis again we had that storyline for a while. How we to revisit that? What was that like for you?
Hey, listen, I really loved it. I really loved doing it. First of all, it goes a long way with me if I'm working with people that I really enjoy personally. I'll do anything with them because it's a good time coming to work, right? And let that be a lesson to all of us. Like, be someone that's fun to work with anywhere you work.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, like, because who wants to go to work with like dry, dour, And
Our,
so and Michael Damian every single day brought me a coffee. Every single day. Every single day. He is the loveliest in the world. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know if it was well received or not by the fans. Um, I didn't matter to me. I was having a good time.
yeah. No,
I
I know you and Laura Lee are friends, and then Michael
yeah.
Damian he was having a good time. Look at he was having a good time. He was having
Yeah, no, I love both of them. Laura Lee is, oh my gosh, she's phenomenal,
yes.
and really as close to a sister as you could get with a coworker, as close
Also,
to us.
I also want to ask you about our girl Finola Hughes, uh,
Yeah,
love, and who is I mean, talk about an actor who brings it every single time she's on screen.
yes, yes.
How about you have a good friendship with her over these years, and can you talk about that a little bit? I want because you
Yeah, I
also.
mean, Fanola and I met through Ian Buchanan,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because I had known Ian from B&B, right? And doing events with Ian, and then he was great friends with Fanola. And I think I had met her or something, but then she and then we did Pacific Palisades, that spelling show, and became really good friends on that. And then yeah. So, we've just been friends ever since. And she's a phenomenal human, as you all know.
Yes.
Phenomenal human. And just recently, I had a little dinner party and I sat Fanola right next to Laura Lee because I wanted them to know each other. Yeah, because I had asked Laura Lee, I said, did you? Because I'm all about place cards. I'm all about like people got to get to know each other. And because it's very uncomfortable, like not a lot of people knew each other.
Okay.
And so, they'll feel uncomfortable sitting. So I put everybody, I'm a weird Virgo. And I organized the whole thing and figured out the personalities. It took me. And so I asked Laura Lee, I said, do you know Fanola? And she went, all these years, I really don't. And so they talked all evening. So that was really neat.
And shout out to Ian Buchanan, my other buddy. I love Ian. I've known Ian for years too. Great guy. I mean, one of the nicest
Yes.
people. And
An
he also,
extraordinary human.
yes. And like you, always supported my career. So I always want to give that shout out.
Yes,
Oh, you have. Um,
you
also,
do.
well, you
And
have
also your organizing career.
yes, you had, you did. Yes.
Yes. I need you back.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
No, she supported all my careers and your Skin Nation. I was
Yeah,
there at
and
the
you
beginning.
support
I
mine.
do.
Nation.
SkinNationBeauty.com. No, she seriously, I was there to begin. I remember all the
You
stuff.
were there at the beginning.
I remember all that stuff.
Yes.
So it's very good to see it
Yes.
still doing it. Because you had a lot of changes. You kept it going, girl.
Yeah,
Her
I
products
know,
work.
right?
Her products work, folks.
Yes, yes, they were. SN New 25.
Yes, I
That's
did.
the code to save
No,
25%.
folks. Perfect. I like that. Last couple minutes. I want to ask you these last two questions that are related to this. Can you finish the sentence?
Oh, I love games.
I know you like games. I got a couple of questions. So you just finish the sentence however it comes to you, right? Playing the character of Phyllis has given me
money. I mean, it's true. It's giving me a paycheck. I mean, I'm not too deep. Come on, all you folks understand.
You've always been real.
And you know, as an actor, let me just say, as an actor, that's a nice thing to have.
Yes, that is.
Very nice thing to have. So don't judge me.
I love it. Here's another sentence. The filming schedule of a soap opera has given me
something to do.
Like that. I also would feel it would also help you with your kids because you're also like the soccer, you're like the
stuff too. Yeah.
Folks, there's a lot of
driving around. Like I'm not. You meaning? Yeah, I'm not going off to
right for 3 months
like Labrador to shoot a film in the middle of the woods.
Right.
Yeah. Do you know Labrador? I just consider it's like way up, like the top of Canada. And I'm like, I just consider it to be like very remote and foresty.
But if they give you enough money, would you do
it? Well, I know. I would stay with my homies here.
I love it. But no, folks, she drives around a lot. So if you watch her stories on IG, she's driving the kids around everywhere.
Oh,
so,
yes.
You're that kind of mom. You are that kind of mom. That's why I love
I drive all the time.
Okay, another finished sentence. The soap world has given me
friends.
Yeah, I say same thing. Yeah,
friends. The soap world has given me friends. My closest friends are from my work environment.
One of the last
and people that you don't even know, like crew people.
Right.
Yeah, behind
the scenes folks, writers. I know cameramen.
Right.
People behind the camera too, because they're your family. Also, that's the thing. You're with them. They're there from before you get there and after you leave.
We are with them. We experience all of when someone's lost a family member, we experience all of that with them. Yeah,
it's very crazy. Speaking of that, I just want to say briefly, you won 2 Emmys before, and one of the presenters was Drake Hogestyn both times.
Oh my God, I can't believe you're saying
I thought of you. So I was like, any thoughts on the loss? It's a major loss, but you actually are connected in this kind of weird award show.
Do you know what's so interesting is I didn't know him that well. I just knew him mainly from those 2 experiences. And he presented with Eileen Davidson the first time. And I remember that, we do the speech and then you leave with them.
Yeah.
Right. And that was Radio City Music Hall. And we went up in an elevator and something happened and I had to give the Emmy, like I was trying to grab something. He goes, "Here, let me take this. This is as close as I'm ever going to get to one of these."
Oh,
I know. And I said, "That's not true."
He had a sense of humor, so that's totally him. That's totally
him. No, and he just everybody agrees, the loveliest man.
Yeah, loveliest man.
The loveliest man.
So now Phyllis is getting her standalone episode.
And then also the second time, I walk up there and probably a lip reader could see this, but I remember walking up there and I went, "Hey, you gave this to me last time."
Well, we noticed him. I was like, if Drake Hogestyn does it again and you're nominated, will she win again?
It's just only Drake can do it.
I love it. But yeah, Phyllis gets your own episode. I'm very excited to see it. It's coming up, folks. Now you can't tell us anything, but when they told you they were giving you a standalone episode, it was your turn to have one. What'd you think?
Oh, I thought that was really cool. I thought it was really cool. It's a lot of clips, right? And they're telling the story of Phyllis, and the clips that they used are really, I really like them. And I just should say that the clip that we use between me and Peter is is you'll like the emotional one. There are other ones, but the emotional one is my favorite scene I've ever done with Peter.
Oh,
And
okay.
I actually didn't know about it. And I said, take a look at this. And the way that I had to describe it, I said, it's the show after Phyllis grabs Drew's hat and runs around the GCAC with her hat and hair when we were doing that orchid story and Drew's
Yes,
hair.
yes, I remember that.
And because I knew it was the day after that.
How funny.
So, and they found it. Yeah, it was very cool. But the clips are really neat.
That's very cool. Well, I love you, and
I love you.
and I'm celebrating you every day, and just it's just
I celebrate you every day.
and you and the kids, you guys are all looking great, and your mom, everybody's looking great.
So
So
nice.
congratulations,
Thank
congratulations,
you.
my pleasure.
Thank you.
So,
Thank
folks,
you.
and
We're
Michelle
we're both
Stafford, guys,
hanging in there. We're
what?
both hanging in there.
We are hanging in there.
Yes.
We are. I've been in this
But
business. I've been in business 18 years.
damn. Congratulations.
Thank you. We're doing it. It can't. We're examples. It can be done. We're
It
not
can be
anything super
done.
special. We're just people who like what we do.
Yep.
That's part of it. We like what we do. We're nice to people, and I'm serious. No, seriously, that's what it is. We're nice to people. People like being around us, and I think that's why you and I are in the business still.
Yeah. Who doesn't like being around you?
Oh, we're talking about right you.
If somebody said, "Oh, that James Lott, I don't like being around him," I would question that person.
Thank you.
What's wrong with
Thank you.
you?
Yes,
You
thank
don't want to laugh? Really?
you. We do. You and I have laughed a lot off camera. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes. But I gotta let her go because she's on set. Michelle Stafford, will tell you all about her episodes coming up soon. You can watch CBS, Young and the Restless every day, Monday through Friday, and she's on there as Miss Phyllis Summers. Thank you for watching. I'm James Lott Jr. We'll see you next time.
Love you, baby. Mwah.